Hello, welcome to Autism Talk. Good to have you with me today. Thank you for listening to and watching my YouTube channel, watching my videos. Thank you for all who are sharing. Continue to share, continue to subscribe. Please, please, I beg you to share the information with others. That's the only way I'm going to get it out to as many people as possible. I need you to share so people will be well aware of some special ed services, autism, and other things just dealing with some of the disabilities that I cover, IEPs, ITPs, things like that. Okay. And remember, you can comment, you can ask questions, you can also email me questions. I do believe I have, you go to my website and you'll be able to contact me there also. My website is www.autismtalk01.com. Okay. Autismtalk01.com. And that is my webpage. Remember, you can buy merchandise. You can also email me. You can go to my website and get some more information on how to contact me. Also, keep in mind, don't forget to check out that program for your children to learn outside the classroom, that Ed Venture. That is outstanding and wonderful. A lot of our kids, they don't like to just sit in the classroom and do whatever the teacher says, that they want to get out and experience things. And that is a perfect opportunity for them to do such a thing. So let me share with you adventure123.com. Make sure you have you check out that web page and go ahead and sign your children up. I think the ages were from forgot, I think 8 to 14. I can't recall. I would like to share the web page with you. Just lost my thought just that quick. So let's go to Ed Ventures web page. And here we are. And it's at edventures123.com. Remember, it's a program where you're learning outside the classroom. And if you scroll down, they'll show you a schedule of different field trips that they're going to go on that will, educate your child. They'll have hands-on experience going out into the world doing these different activities and learning. And that's the best learning you can get when it's hands-on and you're actually interacting with it. All right. So go ahead and sign up for Ed Ventures. And remember, I think the ages it says from 8 to 14, and this learning outside the classroom. Give it a chance. Go ahead and try it out. edventures123.com. Thank you. So make sure you check that out. That's absolutely fantastic. It's wonderful. Now, my last video was an ITP video on individual transition plan, and I gave you a general overlook on ITPs. Okay. So today, what I want to do, I want to go just a little bit in depth with it, or let me see, give you a little more additional information. Let's say that, okay? Some expectations are what you should be, yeah, what you should expect to happen for an ITP is definitely a meeting, just like you would an IEP meeting. And I think I mentioned before that it can be together or it can be two separate meetings. Definitely, I would say by high school, you probably want it to be separate meeting or just be prepared for a long meeting if you combine it with the IEP, because you do want to focus on that transition plan, because it's going to help the student with setting goals for getting prepared once they leave high school. All right. And you want them to work on that while they're in high school. They're building up to what their plans are for after high school. If they decide to go to college, go to a vocational school, decide to go straight to work, go to military, whatever it may be, they'll set some goals to help make sure they reach the goals that they're set for their after high school. All right. So let's get this started. I don't want to make the video too long. I try not to keep your attention too long. So let's do this. For the ITP, which is an individual transition plan, do know that an assessment should be done. An assessment should be done. All right. And in that assessment, what they're really finding out is about the student is what are some of their preferences? What is it that they're interested in? Because they're going to try to align a post school goal for them according to something that they like to do. All right. So they will have an assessment. The assessment is not a right or wrong assessment or anything like that. It's just trying to find out what it is that they're interested in. What are some of the things they like to do? What are some of the occupations they may be interested in? Do they like drawing? Do they like music? Do they like reading? Do they like writing? Do they like, organizing? Things like that. And then it will actually try to come up with some occupations that would align up with the things that they prefer, with the skills that they have and where their interests are. It'll also try to find out in that assessment, try to find out the child's or the student's um, thoughts or ideas about living independently. Do they want to live by themselves? Do they want to live with family? Do they want to have a roommate? Just different ways, how they want to live in do independent living. So to question some things like that and try to see what they can do and cannot do so they can build on the strengths and strengthen some of their weaknesses so that they'll be able to live independently. Also, it may look into some training programs or employment. What are their interests? Whether they'd like to do a vocational school, do on-the-job training, go to college, go to the military. It'll ask different questions about that and see where their interests are. And it's nothing that a person would suggest to them. Is literally uh, an assessment that they're marking off what their interests are. And they just check off as many as they like. Okay. It's not anything it's no pressure on it or anything. And there are some times the students are like, I don't know. I don't know. Like they're not in that mind headspace yet. So give them time, and you would probably want to speak with the student before they go to school and have this assessment done. So, give them those ideas or thoughts, get their head straight for those moments. So you can ask them some things at home, just on a daily, like you guys are, let's say you're not specifically talking about the assessment, but just having conversation with your child. What do they want to be when they grow up? What are their plans? Do they want to be a cook? So there's a lot of chefs out there today. A lot of children like to cook or prepare things. What are their interests? They want to be an artist. They want to be a YouTuber. They want to be an influencer. Find out what are their interests. Just talk about it. Driving down the street, you're in the house, cooking or whatever it may be. What do they like to do? And what do you notice that they like to do? You might be able to help them. Like, there are jobs or there are careers that you can do. You can get paid doing that, things like that. I have a son, he loves to draw and paint. Okay. So we're telling him, hey, you can get paid doing that, something that you love to do, then it doesn't feel like work. And he's like, oh, okay, 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 that kind of thing. So, and then, that we can set goals to help him be successful, once he's out of school and go in that field. And even if he decides to change his mind, it's okay. It's okay because we changed our mind. Okay. So it's okay. And once they do the assessment and they figure out, these different things about the student's interest, and they try to set, the next thing they're going to do is try to set goals so that it can meet their needs. Okay. So whatever the goal, whatever the interest is, we're going to try to set a goal to meet that interest. Okay. Whatever that preferred interest is. So if they decide that they want to be an artist, we're going to try to set up things, maybe they have some classes in art class. Maybe he should, try to find some organizations that does work with art. Try to find out what types of art he like and, give him experience in the different types of arts. So we'll set goals according to that. Even in the assessment, if we find out that he wants to live independently, he wants to live by himself. So now we have to find out, what skills or things that he needs to know to live independently. Does he know how to use public transportation? Does he know how to balance a checkbook? Does he know how to open up a bank account? Does he know how to wash clothes? Does he know, just different things on how to live independently. And we would set goals for that. um, in addition to whether he wants to live, independent living, some of the training or whatever it may be, or the employment, we may even set up something where he can, maybe there's, like say I had him focused on art. Maybe there's a art museum near and you want him to attend the art museum and take a look at all the different arts that are there. What type of art classes or training or education that are the school can supply for him, or even in the community, and finding out what are the different types of employment that he could do, just having, by loving to do art, loving to draw. So those are some of the things that you'll find in that ITP. So remember, initially they're going to assess him, find his preferences, what he likes to do. Then they're going to set goals to those findings. Okay. Once they find set some goals for those findings from the assessment, they're going to see what type of services are needed to help and provide support him through reaching those goals. Okay. So it can be maybe maybe he has some speech therapy services and things like that. If he still needs that, to meet those goals in his ITP, guess what? They're to line up with that also. Some also services would be also trying to find what type of help or services are in the community that can help with reaching these goals. You can have what's that, the rehabilitations agency. You also have the I want to say the regional center, also that may help with some um, reaching those goals and some activities that might be um, advantageous for the student. Okay. Finding different activities in the community, him getting some community experiences. Those are different services that can be used in this transition plan. Okay. Remember, we start off with an assessment. We got to know what the kid is, because remember, it's student centered. Is centered towards the person. Okay, the student. Once we find out what his preferences are, we go and set goals for his preferences. Remember, he's leading this. And then we provide services that are needed to help reach and meet those goals. Okay. And that's part of the program. And that's what the ITP is set up for, the individual transition plan, and it's to help them plan for their future life after high school. Yes, so they have plenty of time to think about it. They get to change their mind. And remember, an ITP is done every year. It's an annual thing, and it usually starts around age of 12 or 13. So by middle school, they should be starting to do an ITP. That's what I have for you now for ITPs. If you have any questions, any comments or concerns, please make them in the comment section. Like I said before, you can email me. You can also send some information through my webpage, which is autismtalk01.com. If you'd like to email me, you can email me at autismtalk01@gmail.com. And don't forget the merchandise, okay? Help me spread the word about Autism Talk. I appreciate you so very much. I appreciate all my subscribers. And I just got some new subscribers this weekend from a picnic, our church picnic. So I had some additional subscribers. So thank you so very much, Justice, for subscribing, Gigi for subscribing. I appreciate you so very much. And big shout out to them. Don't forget Ed Venture, 123.com.